And good morning from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam for Sunday, November 19th, NFL Sunday, among other things, here from, well, the Formula One capital of the world, Las Vegas. How about it? A late night last night, and miserable Max finds a way. Hey, one of his tougher races of the season. You could have had Max at minus 225. That's a gift. This guy wins every race. He hates Las Vegas. He hates going to shows. He hates slot machines. He hates table games. He hates waitresses. He hates room service. He hates the Bellagio fountains. The miserable Max hates everything but winning. And he went out there and won in typical, maybe not in typical Max fashion. He had to work a little bit, and so did his Red Bull team, and they get 2 podium spots. My guy, Sergio Perez, who I touted at 22-1. He actually went off at 66-1 once Max qualified well. He was leading the race there for a little while. He's not going to win, but he led there for a little while and got overtaken by Charles Leclerc late for second place. I don't know. I'm talking what I want to talk about here in Las Vegas. Yeah, you can bet on it. Formula One might be a boring betting sport, but for the problems that the race got off to, the drivers said in the end, this circuit is better than most of the ones we drive on. They're coming back. It's a 10-year deal. I mean, they're coming back for a long time. I mean, when you're racing, 215 miles down Las Vegas Boulevard, that's pretty hard to top. And in the end, Las Vegas, big winner, $1.2 billion influx. Yeah, some inconveniences, certainly. And it was a big show, mostly around the world. Maybe not here. You might not have watched it. 10 o'clock last night on the West Coast, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. But I'm a Formula One fan, and I like to make fun of miserable Max. So good job, Max. It's all good now. He was driving like it looked like tried to look like Elvis out there, and it was all good after it was all over, right? Max won, and he was happy. So good on you, Max. And also, big day in college football yesterday. Some crazy results we could talk about. How about New Mexico State? More likely, how about Auburn, you guys? You don't go trying to take on Jerry Kill right now, right? I mean, we talked about it, and his abilities, right? And how about getting $1.85 million to go play one of these games? We talk about this is a time of the year when, look, who Alabama played Chattanooga. We had some other, how it is in the SEC, the next to last week. They always play these, smaller teams. It's just the way that, they've been doing it for the last, many years right now. And New Mexico State absolutely destroys Auburn 31-10. It wasn't even funny. New Mexico State's covered 9 in a row. Jerry Kill is your man to get you to the window every time right now. I mean, this is improbable what this guy does. And, he'll probably move back into the ranks. It deserves better than what happened at Minnesota and all that. UCLA rocking USC, of course. USC ends with a thud. My Rebels here in Vegas over Air Force. How about the defense? Air Force couldn't score. Louisville and Miami, a thriller late. Florida State, Jordan Travis. Talk about these games playing against these lower rung teams. Look, nothing you can do about a broken leg. I mean, that could happen against anybody. But number one, if you're going to play this game, why is Jordan Travis playing? And, number two, why is he taking off running when, I guess we can't. You're not going to stop this guy. Did they think he was going to win the Heisman and want to pad some numbers here? James Madison knocked from the ranks of the unbeaten, 26-23. JMU tied the game. Thrilling finish. Other upsets: New Mexico over Fresno late. If you missed it, 22-point dog wins outright. Great job by Fresno State last night. Big time upsets here. Uh, Old Dominion wins. Michigan State won. Army as well. How'd you guys do? Let me say hello to some folks. By the way, right now, hockey underway, by the way, if you're not watching it, with Toronto and Minnesota. The last of the four games over there. They're in the first intermission right now. So if you didn't have something to watch while we're here together, Toronto leading that one 2-1 into the first period. I took Toronto and under. Also, I'm watching on ESPN Plus. If you like the highest caliber of sporting events right now, I'm watching the Cricket World Cup. This is it. This is the biggest. If you want the highest level of a competition, this is it right now. This is the biggest match you can get right now. India's playing Australia. It looks like India's just barely ahead right now. They're ahead right now, but pretty close here. And so if you've never watched cricket, I'm a fan of cricket, so I'm watching it here on the background while we go here. And that's on ESPN Plus, Australia and India. The World Cup championship game being taken place right now. Let me say hello to some friends here in the chat. See what's going on. And who came first? Ari brought the coffee in here today. Ari and Herky here. Smoke's here. Smoke, thank you. Oh, my man. Smoke and you know what? We Smoke and I said last night. Smoke was on a show, and I said, "Hey, Smoke. If I did a show with Smoke, it'd be the Smoke Show." That's pretty much what it would be. Smoke, you were great last night. Sorry I couldn't join you guys. I'm actually a little under the weather, despite all this enthusiasm. And I had to take a little, because I wanted to watch the race, and I had to grab a little snooze in the middle of football yesterday. Man, I was having some, not about me, but having some issues a little bit. Feel pretty good, but I definitely got knocked down there just a tad. Maybe on the recovery already. All right, Jerry's here. Curtis is here. Right, he's still the official door opener. You know, I have Curtis has got the keys on the belt loop. I hope that's not an insult. Thomas is here today. Please, if you're new, we got 3 dozen. I'm sure you've all been here before. Anybody new? Tony is 8 subscribers away from 40,000 subscribers. We can't get over the hump for whatever reason. It's like they put the brakes on this thing. It's been like that for a week. And Tony does average about a dozen new subscribers a week. We're just trying to get to 40,000. And I don't know, we may have passed it and come back. I don't know who would unsubscribe to Tony's channel. But we're almost there, and it'll be a big party. What happens when there's a big party? That's what we would do if if we get that. I'm learning all these new things for this. Salty's here. I got pens, Salty, but and I usually am a one pen guy. I'll go through one pen. My favorite pen, I just use the old, these pens here. But does anybody remember the Bic? They still make it, and I just don't have one. But the Bic 4-color pen was like premium, man. Dre is here. How you been, Dre? Haven't seen you. Miss you, man. Miss you, Dre. And Double's here today, bringing the heat from Chicago. Thomas here. Nicholas, hello. Rico, you've been a great contributor so far. Really appreciate having you as part of the crew. Juan Laster here today. Nice to meet you, Juan. If I've said it before, maybe you've said hi. Cinegretti's here. Gary's here. I got to get ready to start the show. We're previewing today afternoon NFL. We're previewing some NBA. NHL, of course. Had some good news again yesterday on the show, I thought. And what else could we have? CFL Grey Cup. Who wants a little Grey Cup preview? I already gave out the total. If anybody missed it, I'll give it out again today. The Grey Cup. Who will be the champion? Will it be the Winnipeg Blue Bombers? Will it be the Montreal Alouettes, my favorite team? We'll see in just a minute. Sinegretti says maybe Sinegretti likes it. Go India. Look, this is a hot matchup here. And India I was just slightly ahead when I saw the last run rate. And I've been prepping a little bit for the show. But I would think this one could go back and forth, actually. And this one could be a thriller. Feels like it is already. All right, Salty, great call here. Let's take the draw, regulation draw in this one. And yeah, we had the winner yesterday on that. Where are the games from yesterday? We had the total under in the game yesterday. And what else? We had the Golden Knights game to go over on the show. We had the Lightning in the over, a double winner yesterday. We had we had the Penguins game to go under on the show. We had the Canadians and the Bruins over. This seems like a lot of winners yesterday. We had Rangers and over on the show. Did we crush it? Wow. Blue Jackets puck line winner on the show. Kraken puck line winner on the show. The rest were losers. That feels like a man. That feels like 10-4 or something. I know we had a couple double plays in there. Was anybody keeping track? Seems like we did pretty well. NBA yesterday, we had the Pelicans on the show. We had Knicks Hornets under. We had Bucks and Mavericks over, double winner. And then the rest went down, but that's all right. Oh, thanks, you guys. Okay, I mean, I'm not, I'll come on here and talk about a bunch of winners. Like I said, I just had graded it kind of. I was a little bit in a fog, man, actually, yesterday. With all apologies to the volume of plays too, really got knocked down, and I wanted to watch I want to watch a high school championship game, and I wanted to watch. So once those afternoon games, they were wasn't the best schedule. Even Ramon, just a little bit of a break, a little bit of a timeout, and I'm feeling good today, ready to go. Get that delicious steam to you in the chat. How about if we do that today? In the Discord. So join me over there in the Discord. That's where I'll bring to you that steam. I'm trying to perfect it here. Cut and paste the thing in there, and we'll share picks today too, because it's pretty much going to be the NFL for me today, and I'll try to give some more picks here on the show. We're going to give you free picks up and down the show here in just a few moments. And let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well yesterday on the site. I just stayed in the UFC. That was pretty much the end of the night for me there for a few hours when the UFC ended yesterday. Pretty exciting, pretty good card. Really, I thought they came through pretty strong yesterday. But look, it looks like a tough day here. You got Tim Irwin, 75%. You have the GM coming in with a pretty big card yesterday, and he cracks here at 64% yesterday. Sean Dinwiddie, 60%. Tony T at 60% yesterday. And over the last 30 days, Hollywood Sam is in at 64%, up nearly 8 3/4 units. Sean Dinwiddie, the king of totals, he's looking good here with a plus 738 units. Nick Vartini, 67%. Joseph Schultz, also doing well, close to 70% here. And Collins Brown, plus 6 1/4 units over the last 7 days here at Tony'sPicks.com. And over the last month, it's Daniel Walasachuk, red hot, over 19 units. Hollywood Sam, 14 2/3 units. Chauncey Giles, nearly 10 units of profit. And Sean Dinwiddie is up 7 units of profit. Hope you were able to grab that UFC pass yesterday, where we swept the card, including over in the main event between Allen and Craig. $4 favorite, but we found a way to get you minus, maybe 120 winner or so. If you got it when I released it. So, all right, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Check out our packages today from our team of handicappers. 3 packs, 5 packs, 7 packs, including Sean Dinwiddie. He has 3 in the NFL. Daniel Wilosachuk, hottest capper. He's got a 5-pack. Collins Brown. He's got 2 packages, including 5 games with East Coast-based games and 3 with West Coast-based games. That might be the late and early window. I'm not sure, but Nick's got a 3-pack. Collins also in the NBA. We'll come in with some more sports later tonight. Hollywood Sam's got props for you, as well as a 3-pack in the NFL. The GM is going 3-0 in the morning games. Tim Irwin as well with a package. Nick Lagarettos, Tony T also. Here I am. Check it out. I'm going big. 7 games. I'm going every 7 of the 8 games. I've got a pick. It's NFL Sunday. I'm going premium land. I'm going to give you all my other plays here in just a few moments. And on the other game, on the afternoon games, and I'll also have a couple of games. Probably have a multi-sport package in the night card because I do like some of the action on the ice and on the hardwood. And, well, this is NFL Sunday. I'll be raring to go. All right, let's go back over the site, get the show started. Thank you for listening to that. And I want to promote all of our other handicappers as well. I mean, that's what I do here is make sure we know everybody gets equal promotion here. A moment here. There we go. All right. Let's go. Hey, Panger's here. Panger Light, as Tony likes to call him. Appreciate you. And a few more folks. Josh is here today. And here's the other thing, right, Josh? They always say it's baked into the line. That's true. That's true. And again, it's up to us to determine if it's overbaked, underbaked, how long we should cook it for. No UFC next week. I know, bummer. So no podcast for me and my man. But make sure you check it out if you can hook it up with me. And let's get ready. Let's get started. Let's go here. We'll try to squeeze in those early college basketball games too. I know there's a couple of early starts, and do like this college basketball card today quite a bit. And it's a 50-game card, by the way. Probably won't get any premiums. I like to stay with the NFL. Here we go. We're going to the NFL for the afternoon action here. We could talk about the early games maybe in just a moment. I'll just get the show started with the Buccaneers and the 49ers in this one. And, you can correct me on these online. I had these in days ago. So I'm going to show just maybe a little bit of movement here because this one's up to 13, maybe 13 and a half right now. The total, maybe it's dipped a little bit. I'll call it 41 and a half here today. But the Niners, big favorites. Are they going to get back to form here against a Bucs team? That is definitely has been okay. There have been spots for the Bucs so far this season. They are 4-5. They've lost 4 out of the last 5, but covered their last 3 games, hanging in there. They lost by 3. They lost by 6. They lost by 2. So the Bucs are competitive, and you're playing a 49ers team that definitely has given some back of late, where we almost have questions. I saw people during the, downtime a little bit of the Niners. Some people even moving them out of their top 10. Well, that's fine if you're kind of doing for this week, they're out of the top 10. But who in their right mind is really moving the 49ers out of serious contention with teams like the Eagles, like the Cowboys? I mean, the Niners are going to be there. I mean, they've scored, big points all season long, pretty much. And when did their problems arise? Well, in and the injuries kind of peaked up a little bit with some of their star players. Debo goes on the shelf. Trent Williams, the best tackle in the game. That's really where it was entirely. It felt like with Trent Williams out, but he's back now and looking pretty strong, I'm sure. So, what can you do with this game when you got a big point spread like this, right? It's hard to think that the Niners, really, anybody would be able to blow somebody out that's pretty decent. Here you got Baker. He'll keep you in some games. Could it fall apart? Could it absolutely fall apart? Yeah. But the Niners, are they really some killer instinct here in an NFL game? No chance. I'm taking the Bucks. I don't mind. I mean, uh, Baker's the king of the back door. Remember, when you're getting 13 and a half, the game you could be losing by 20 points with 5 minutes to go, and you're not home free. I mean, this is a National Football League. Come on, you guys. Thomas says tease it down. Uh, yeah, Niners came back strong last game, right? And because, right, if anything, this is where the players got healthy again, but just doesn't seem right. Um, against the Buccaneers. Now, if a rookie quarterback was starting, it's easy to poke fun at Baker, but I think we've seen him out there. I think we all like I said, right? I mean, you could do worse than have Baker out there, especially if you needed a touchdown to cut the game from 20 points to 13 points against the 49ers. 49ers, maybe they will have their way. The Buccaneers supposedly supposed to be like a defensive team a little bit, but Tampa Bay 7-2 to the 7 of their 9 games have gone under. 49ers have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games. So Panger says take Purdy over. Purdy's terrific, right? I mean, look, game, whatever you want to call him, game manager, all-star, Pro Bowler. At the quarterback position, some guys just have it, is what it is, right? Yeah. Does it help to be on a good team? Yeah. Could some quarterbacks be on bad teams? It could be, of course. But that's where it all, there's sometimes no control, right? Maybe I was destined for doom, and I ended up here with you folks with greatness because of you. I mean, you guys. I'm talking about you guys, not me. I was kind of going to play it the other way and say, could have been a star, and I'm here. But no, I mean, this is a peak of my career with you guys right now. Ferner giving us a little teaser. You guys are ready to go in basketball already. All right, that might be it here. No, Ferner, I think I'm showing Baker today, unless you guys got something different and I missed it. But if that was the case, I think that would change things. Okay, I'll at least check maybe an injury report or something. Tell me if I'm crazy. I did kind of look at that actually as a thing, but he is probable with that thumb injury. Probably, Mike Evans also probable now. That's big, certainly. But good report here for the Niners as far as those top stars are concerned. I mean, they've got everybody. So I'm just talking about the elite players. But yeah, Baker, thumb injury on the injury report. No doubt he's probable, however. And hey, I want to say hello to Z Cheng Zhao. That's tomorrow night, and probably tonight where he is, or probably tonight where he is. But or I don't want to say it like that, but we'll preview it tomorrow. If anybody wants to take a shot at the Monday night game, they can. Bike does. Okay. There's an under for one. And that might be it for you guys here. Let's see with this game. You guys are already way ahead of me, so I'll just try to move on here. Nobody's interested in this game, I guess, but I'll take the Bucks, of course. Um, I still, I don't know. I'm still thinking Niners and long term, even over the Eagles, but uh, we'll see. I mean, you can't leave off the AFC elite either, but you got to. We'll talk about those teams. All right, that's it. I'm just moving on. I'm taking the Bucks here today, plus these big points against the 49ers. And that's what I predict will happen. They'll be down 19 or 20. Baker gets the touchdown. Everybody goes, ah ha ha ha. It's only everybody knows what's good. It only matters in one place. Oh, ho, ho. The Seahawks are going to take on the Rams and NFC West action here at SoFi on Sunday, and you got the Seahawks here. They're an underdog now, and we might as well update the line. Like I said, to give you a look at this line, this was the line when I typed in the games this week, pretty much several days ago. And the Rams are a 1.5 point favorite. I'm showing 2 at some spots. The total here is about 46. And in fact, that one was a typo. So apologize for that, actually. Don't put any stock into that. But maybe more so, it's more like a premonition. Because I don't know if these teams are going to score. Maybe they will, but I wouldn't think so. I know when you think about it, and you got Stafford, back now, feeling good. You got these Niners, right, with their 2 good receiving stars, but I don't know if I see the game necessarily in a division game here. Yeah, I do always like the fast track, and of course you got, uh, good passing game still with Geno and his receivers. I know it hasn't been maybe quite what was expected of Seattle passing game offensively, but maybe they were overachieving a little bit too with Geno. Remember, he kind of caught everybody by surprise by kind of leading in many of the passing statistics last season and still doing well, but not quite as well as before. And well, the Rams, I mean, it's been certainly up and down. I mean, we're not uh, writing anything good about the Rams here and their 3-6 record. They've had some injuries, sure. And when Stafford is out, it seems like a completely different team. That's kind of a bummer because you want to have a more complete team. That does show you might have some weaknesses, but I don't know. The Rams feel kind of good here in this spot at home because of the fact that Stafford is in there. The line has shifted their way. A lot of times, this is a pretty strong indicator in the NFL. I mean, it takes a lot of, uh, other than, pertinent injury information, to move this line. And maybe, there definitely Seattle was a 1 point favorite or so, and they have a few injuries certainly coming into this game, especially in their secondary with Brown, with Adams. Tyler Lockett is probable in the game. And for the Rams, you got Stafford in there today, but you got those great receivers. And Brent said, "Well, I mean, that would be I don't know. I respect the Seahawks defensively a little bit, but the Rams do have some. They've got I just think with Stafford and Puka." Uh, and the Cup, of course, so the great passing game of the Rams. That one would be, but Brent's call looks like under here a little bit. Matt's on the Rams. Thomas is on the Rams. You got to be feeling the Rams a little bit, don't you? So I'll probably go on the under here on this game at 46. Look, I thought 42 looked better, and that was a mistake, actually, here. But not so much there be overwhelming defense here, but maybe because close game division, and it's at 46, so that more towards leans me towards an under. Uh, Certainly respect the passing game of the Seahawks, but let's go ahead and I'm going to take the under in this one with these two teams. I had some stats to help me back this up a little bit, but we got to move on. All right. All right, the Jets and the Bills Sunday afternoon. Just 3 games this afternoon in the late window today. The Bills come in here with a 5-5 record, and the Jets are 4-5. And everybody, let's make fun of the Jets. Why don't let's just go out of our way to make fun of the Jets some more, right? Look, these guys are doing fine. Wilson, Wilson is at the point of his you could continue to work this guy, and maybe he will be the Jets quarterback of the future. Actually, after Aaron Rodgers comes back in a couple weeks and leads the Jets to an incredible run to the AFC playoffs, the Jets have life. They just have to find a way to get a win somewhere along the line. This might not be it, but doesn't feel like the Bills are going to cover anything here against a Jets team that seems to stay in. Now, in division, they do struggle big time. 2-7 against the number in division games on the road of late. But Buffalo's lost 4 of their last 5. They've lost 6 straight against the spread right now. It feels like against this defense, it's going to be a struggle just to get this one home. You see the line here. I mean, that's everybody knows that's not the line. In fact, I'm going to put it down to 39. The Bills, I'm starting to show some 8s, some 7.5 and 8s. That's fine because the Jets, I'll probably just leave it at 7 and make myself cover 7 because I think the Jets will. I think they'll be in this game even with Wilson. They've got the defense. They've got the experience against this team. All right, they've seen him plenty of times. Look, the Jets already beat them. Remember in the first game, 22-16, in the game that the Jets beat them in the game that Aaron Rodgers went out. Right. So Buffalo led 13-3 at halftime. You know what happened in that game? Buffalo turned the ball over again. Right. So look, it's not been a great trip. This is a big time under series, and it's tough to cover big numbers. Sure, the Bills can blow them out, but look, the Bills' running game's not doing enough, it seems like right now, is it? They're -9 in turnovers over the last 5 games again. They fired Dorsey, so they got to get some new things going there. I mean, who didn't see that come? But, right, what did I say on one of the, like every time they turn it over, I'd say, why does Dorsey keep calling the plays that turn the ball over? I mean, I'm joking, but I'm not. Just do what you need to do. You're the Buffalo Bills. I mean, you've got Diggs. You've got Davis. Yeah, Davis, okay. I know I'm probably, I talk him up too much for as inconsistent as he is, but still makes the plays. Problem is they just struggle in the second half, so they'll probably get off to a decent start. 5 of their last 6 Bills games have gone under, and I'm going to probably end up here with the Jets. Bills can't cover. You can't cover if you're turning the ball over. We're starting to see Wilson, right? Look, I don't want to come in here and you got to send a guy out there. Wilson's probably better than probably 5 or 6 of the guys out there right now if you measure them all up here. I think. Hey, will he make the big? Maybe he will make the big turnover. Maybe they'll be down 3 trying to drive for the game and he'll blow it, and everyone will be making fun of him again. But the Bills have failed to cover in 6 straight games. All right, here we go. And what do we got? I got to scroll back here. a little bit. Buffalo worst garbage. They should, yeah, Josh. All right. Salty asking about that Panthers prediction from earlier in the week against the Cowboy. You better believe it. We're taking are we getting the double digits still? I mean, we're getting more. We're getting 10, 10 and a half there. Yeah, we're doing it, that's a better spot. That's a better spot. That's a spot to look to go here. I know we got a one-win team, right? Mike, thank you. Donald, great to see you. Brent's got it. Low scoring game here with a cover for the Bills. So Wilson. Oh yeah, no. But I mean, I agree. But I mean, I'm trying to be totally honest with myself. Like Wilson is. And I have said it over the game, like slowly every week, just a tiny bit better. It's like there's not much regression, but maybe you can't get much worse. I guess could be an argument. And Juan, right? The defense is going to have some issues, right? Josh, that's hilarious, right? Remember the quarterback. We wear your flak jacket, But it's probably a good idea, actually. But to protect players. But let's and all players are getting protected. All right, here we go. Mike, you just have to give me a little bit more info on that. But where you run two teamers, or if you start running some college parlays with like sometimes like if you were doing like in like a two teamer with one game, for example, you can't. For example, a lot of the games you can't lay 42. You can't lay 45 points and take over 58. Some books will put a circle around that. So maybe I just give me more information on that. All right, Sunday night football, and hey, I argue this would be. I think everyone agrees this is a decent game tonight. Good job, Broncos, to get back to some form of respectability. Give Peyton some credit here, continuing to move forward with a 4-5 record. Vikings 6-4. I don't think O'Connell gets enough credit at this point because everyone made fun of the fact that they were, such a lucky team last year. You could be argued that they're still getting lucky to a certain extent, but it seems like the critical moments right now, the Vikings are coming up clutch. Yeah, they're 6-4, so and they're not. I think we agree they're not a terrific team, but here against the Broncos, this should be a pretty good game tonight. If it's not a good game, at least it's a good color matchup. This is a game you'd want to have those color. Even I would say, put them in purple and all orange. Like something goofy like on your Madden game or something. Anyways, here with the Wilson, he a great pass last week, a great catch. I mean, it wasn't a Hall of Fame catch; it was a perfect pass and a brilliant toe tap drag job there in the corner. I mean, you laid it in a bread basket. I mean, that was beautiful. So Wilson has enough experience to. Again, I think with him and that his long tenured with Seattle a little bit, I think for Wilson, it's he's aging, so that could make it tougher too. But I think it's about comfortability for him and the chaotic way that he kind of plays and goes about things was destructive to a certain extent at the beginning with the Broncos because he improvises somewhat and um, I don't know if he's great at in taking instruction. I don't know what it is there, but he's done way better. And his Matt's here to give us the scoop. And I'd say that Jerry Judy has been career wise a disappointment, starting to pick it up here a little bit, but um, it's been tough, for the Broncos. The receiving has been a little bit suspect. Tim Patrick going out at the beginning of the season was a huge loss. That was really, not talked about because he never made it to the start of the season. Doubles is on the on the Vikings, and yeah, that's just it for me. I think. Um, Yeah, well, and that's just it. I mean, here's the thing: a lot of people brag about their, bonuses and boosts, but really, depends on your level of play. People who have, it's hard to get some of those boosts for some players. Let me tell you. Yeah, salty because we just gave it out. You and I, we just gave out the Panthers. I don't know what that's a typical Mike comment here. I don't know what it means, but I like it. And I think they should wear the all purple and the all orange. That's what I would do. I don't mean to waste your time with dumb comments, but I'd like to see it. All right, maybe a little Broncos money line here. Well, the Broncos have won three straight, and they've only given up 50 points total, 49 points total, something like that in those uh, three games. And the games I think have been pretty close actually in Mile High, and they've lost a few here. I say Mile High. I'm always going to call it Mile High. I don't care what the corporate sponsor is. I don't care where the stadium is. Right? Denver has got to stop giving up points at the end of the first half, and that might be kind of a Vikings specialty with a guy like Dobbs. Let's not forget to talk about our man a little bit here. Here's the thing. We want to pump up Dobbs. Don't forget he's 2-9 in his career as a starter. So he might not be the guy you necessarily. I mean, of course, he's not the guy you want in there, but been incredible here. Obviously, they've won and covered. Minnesota won and covered 5 straight right now. 11 takeaways in the last 5 games for a +6 rating. So really, really decent numbers here for the Vikings as well. So I don't know if they're like I said last week, right? I think I said I'd rather be good than lucky. Dre's liking the Vikings here. All right. Thank you for your comments on this game. Sinegretti's going over. Let me get to the finish here. Right. Some states, I don't know. Does anybody have, there's issues a little bit perky. Hello today. Nice to see you. And Werner is asking about Dobbs being, no, Dobbs is not out unless I didn't mean to say if you misunderstood Werner. I said we didn't even talk about Dobbs yet, meaning, we haven't talked about his success, his influence on the team a little bit here. But the move has been on the Broncos. In fact, I'm showing DraftKings starting to move to 3 points here right now. Could the bubble burst here tonight on the Vikings a little bit? I don't know. I'd probably try to take it up and buy it up and get it done that way, and end up taking the Vikings here in a close game now that it's gone up to 2.5, because it does feel like 19-17, something like that. And ends up being, remember, I don't want to beat into the ground. Let everybody have the prime times under statistics at this point. If you need to have your memory refreshed as to what's gone on Sunday night, nothing's changed. So I don't know what you might be considering between Russell Wilson, who, he's getting a touchdown or two here and there. The Broncos can do a little bit on offense. The Vikings have Josh Dobbs. He's kind of marginal, really. He kind of controls the offense, takes off running a lot, not a lot of big plays. You're missing, you know, Justin Jefferson, obviously, that situation. Um, that's really been a bummer because of the talk was that for Jefferson that he could make it back soon from that hamstring injury. Talk was he could be back this week, but that's not the case. You're also missing KJ Osborne here, and it's the rookie quarterback that's out for the Vikings, Jaron Hall. So they've had to. They brought in, I'm trying to remember who now, actually. Judy's on the injured list, but he's playing. So, okay. Well, you got it from me here. I'm just going to have to take the Vikings. And, if it sneaks up to 3 points or buy it up to 3, buy even whatever. I think close game. Close game. All right. That's NFL. Hey, let's back it up. And any of the early games you guys want to know here, I can rattle it off as far as what I want you to go back and watch my videos, of course, but I don't want you to do it at the expense of our show. So we Steelers Browns. I went with the over in that game. That thing's been slammed down to 33 with the situation at quarterback with DTR coming in. I don't think we on Thursday. Yeah, I mean I was I'm a DTR guy. Look, we're not in there in Cleveland. We saw Wright. Wright was fine. It feels like DTR has grown and matured enough with his practice reps or whatever that they're willing to trust DTR here. I don't think it's worthy. Yes, it's the Steelers and the Browns. I get all that, but all right. Cardinals and Texans. I went with the Cards. We're on the Cards. This is going to be the game of the day. This is going to be a thriller, exciting. These two quarterbacks, Kyler Murray, don't count them out, right? Easy to talk about all the problems, the issues. Can he even read the playbook? I don't want to slam him that bad, but whatever the case may be, he's starting to get it even more. And now that he's back, it's going to come quick. I'm not saying he's going to turn around and be a Pro Bowler or anything, but we could get back to the Kyler Murray that we were seeing a little bit. If you could just get some good quarterback play. Dobbs was fine, but Murray is better. And things could turn around quickly for the Cardinals. Not playoff quickly, but for a team that's losing almost every game right now. Remember, Murray's been gone a long time to a certain extent. They were winning some games with him. Sorry about that, you guys. All right. Taking the Giants plus those big points against the Commanders. The Commanders can't blow anybody out, even with Tommy DeVito back there. I mean, once Tommy DeVito starts to grow into the job here and become the Giants' next great quarterback, he'll have all kinds of commercials. He'll be doing Subway. He'll be the man. And anyways, I'm half kidding. Giants will get that cover. Look, it's a low-scoring game. I don't know. I mean, you think these teams really have any defense to stop one another? Yeah, the Giants can't protect their quarterback. But remember, the Commanders traded away their defense. So Titans, Jaguars. Hey, Jaguars, they're up, they're down, they're going to be up and down, right? Titans can still bring it here. You got Levis. They're going to try to control the game for him. We'll take Titans with those points. Bears and Lions got the wrong quarterback in here. Bears totally blowing it. What are they doing? What are you doing, Bears? Look, earlier in the week, I gave out the over in this game. I'm sure the Lions are going to light up the Bears. The total's probably too high now at 48. I'm on the over. I'm sure it's going to be close. Division game, fast track. I'd rather have Badgen in there to get that over. So let me give out the Lions -8 here also, because I'm kind of hot and cold now on that total. It went up, and the Lions are going to put up a big number, I'm sure. Fields, like I said, there are some quarterbacks where Fields would be better on another team. The Bears do not need a quarterback like Justin Fields. It doesn't work with that type of with the type of personnel that you have. You need a quarterback like Badgen in there for the Bears. That's just the way that's just the way that some random middle-aged guy in Las Vegas sees it. Anyways, I'll take the Lions. I'm adding the Lions. I'm giving you a double play. Lions and over. Lions to get a blowout. A blowout in the NFL, that's double digits when you're favored by 8. Lions to cover and an over. They'll put up big points. And Fields will be left scrambling around, probably doing Fields things at the end of the game where you go, look at Fields. Oh, he's great. Look at it. He got, 3 touchdown passes, and it was, 35-21, but then they got late, whatever. Badgen's the guy you need in there. All right, Dolphins, Raiders. You know what? Maybe I took the Raiders. It's going to be hard for them to cover, but maybe there'll be just a lot of points, and the Raiders will find some way to get some points because the Dolphins won't. They get a little bit goosey here, a little bit on their blowout games. They certainly can look good today. The Raiders, the bubble should burst here for Pierce and the Raiders. I got the Dolphins by double digits, but I'll take the Raiders in 2 touchdowns, I would think. And Cowboys, Panthers, will take the Panthers. All right, that's the morning games real quick. And thank you, everybody. We got more action coming up for you to talk about here. Any other comments before you get into the NBA? Josh Lower says 76ers are just like the Fakers. But are you talking about, well, we don't talk esports here, so I don't, I know that, is there any esport, did anybody, I don't know, I just was reading the story this morning because I'm a sports fan. I didn't watch the League of Legends final, but I know that Faker, the greatest esports man of all time, came through big time with his 4th big time trophy. Faker, the greatest video games player, was the hero again at the championships of League of Legends in the Philippines. How about that, you guys? What else does Ramon know? That happened just hours ago. That's almost breaking news, you guys. If you know who Faker is, you can Google. You can just type in the word Faker, and it's not going to come up with a thesaurus. It's going to come up with the man. All right. He's still got it after all these years. You can't. The video games is not a young person's game all the time. Anybody laughing at me? All right. You're right, Doubles. But I'm on Badgett. And if the Bears are going to go get a quarterback. Thank you, Nunya. Great to see you. Great contributions last night, even though you were giving the guys a bit of a hard time. I like that, though. You're real. And you can give me a hard time when I get off the train a little bit, too, because I respect you. All right. Thank you for your other picks here. Oh, let's we'll do it. We can get there. We're going to get there with some about college basketball too in just a moment. Let's get rolling with the NBA. I like this card. Hopefully you guys do too. All right, I'm rolling out here first with the Sixers and the Nets. Good game here, right? Nets are playing great ball. They've been our little secret here for the most part, haven't they? The Nets, yeah. The Sixers have been great too against the number. What happens when you got 2 great teams against the number? Because the Sixers are 9-3 against the spread. The Nets are 9-2-1 against the spread. So who do you take? Well, you take a home dog, of course, don't you? That's what I would think. The Nets are 5-0-1 against the spread so far this season. The Sixers, 3-1 on the road. And their two of their 3 spread losses have come as a favorite. So I'm trying to rationalize here because I think we agree that the Nets are doing a good job. I was on the Nets early. I said they're doing the right thing. Hopefully that's why you guys come to my show. I think that's where I'm at, right? I'm a little ahead of the curve. I'm keeping you ahead. I'm helping keep you ahead of the curve. You guys are helping me keep ahead of the curve. a little bit. And the Nets still feel like the curve against the Sixers to a certain extent. Yeah, is it Sunday in the middle of the day and maybe um, I will take the Nets here in this one. For totals, 15 overs, 9 unders for these two teams so far this season. The widely reported steam, though, did come in on the under. And with this being a game between, I don't know, I just call it two decent teams. Maybe feels like it could be an under, especially now that you've seen that the move here on the total. I need to update it here, by the way. It's going up. So it does worry me a little bit because I wanted to play the under here. And looks like they've already gotten us for a half a point or so with the Nets. So maybe we're a little bit, we're not so secretive after all. Ferner will lay it. Mike wants to go over. Sorry, Mike, it is 225. I didn't mean to do that to you, but I don't know if you still like it over. I kind of like under salties. I don't even like basketball. That's and I'll play it. Getting to your one. We're going to get to that. We got that. And we got that Albany as well. I think I made a play on these early games. And we're going to do that, Matt. We're going to Nunya, I gotcha. It's a great card in college basketball. I'm not going to dilute my NFL, right? Because I feel like for me, as great as college basketball is, we should have a great season. I'm still waiting for the returns to a certain extent. But I'm still going to have way more information, way more kind of like what we talk about as far as like you probably know best with like a football game. There's just more information, even though we are pretty addicted to college basketball and watch a lot of those ESPN Plus. I'm on the Nets. Give me the Nets. Pistons and Raptors NBA action here for Sunday. And you got the Raptors in this one. They're up to a huge 9-point favorite now. Let me check. Is it an injury report? Is it steam? Is Cade Cunningham at? What's going on here? Total is up to 220. These are always peculiar, right? You have the favorite going higher and the total going up. To me, that says an addition to the lineup for Toronto, but they don't have enough issues right now, right? OG is probable. Okay, that's an impact, but I think we knew he was going to be probable yesterday. Otto Porter's back. Thad Young, he's out today. And Koloko, he's out today, so they're a little bit missing players in the front court. Detroit have some issues, certainly. Bogdanovich, he's still out. We know he's been out. Joe Harris is out. Duran's out. Killian Hayes questionable. Livers is still questionable as well. But I don't want to lay 9 points with this Raptors team, even against the sad sack Pistons. I probably would have laid 6. God, could I really lay 9? Let me look at something here. Maybe we'll have to just pivot to the total. And look, I typed these in last night. Sorry about the 6 points, but I guess Toronto could get this money and just blow out the Pistons. It just doesn't feel like they, the Pistons have been so bad right now. And that total going higher, that's the way I was liking it already. Let me just give out the total over. It feels like it's kind of getting away from us a little bit here. I was leaning over. I'm not going to go premium, so I'm going over. Ferner's on the Pistons, right? I don't have a do not bet list, and I don't mean to be talking down to Josh at all, but still going to be an open book every single time, right? Spread could be. But again, if you just think you're never getting enough effort and it's not going to work for you, yeah, you could have all that. And I appreciate you so much, Josh. And talking about, did we make it to the third period with a 2-1 game? Wow. Okay. Maybe my Toronto and under is going to work here. I had a good time in Sweden or wherever I'm at. I had a great time in Stockholm this weekend. We'll talk about the rest of the NHL in just a moment. All right, I'll take the over here. I looked at that Raptors -6 when I typed that. I mean, and like I said, I typed this in early because I was not feeling great, and that was my first actual glimpse at a 9, actually. So I'm almost flipping the other way, but I'll take the total over. All right, here's the Magic and the Pacers in this one. And look, the Magic, they've been just darlings of ours so far, haven't they? They've been terrific. And give the Pacers credit, a little bit of credit here, I think, right now with their 7-4 record, man. It seems like the Pacers do this every once in a while. Look, I don't think we were totally down on the Pacers. In fact, the outlook is supposed to be a lot better, but they went through some things late last year. This year, I wouldn't call it a slow start at all by now. I would call this a good start, certainly, for the Pacers here, but still going to be a tight game with Orlando. Orlando's been a moneymaker as well. Orlando 9-3 against the spread so far. Indiana 7-2 against the spread. These guys are money. And you see that total. Woo-wee, 234. Big total. And it feels like it's going to be one of those games. How about that game last night? We want to talk about that real quick. So it was a game between Dallas and Milwaukee, right? I only bring it up because of the way I did the – yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to be a professional handicapper. So, but I was talking about how, it looks like really one of these ridiculous, and it was ridiculous scores, 250, 260, and it was. So this one also has that feel here. I think this one might be a little bit tougher to get there in this one, but I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over for sure with these two teams in this matchup right now. Yes, Orlando is the under team so far, but Indiana is the over team. When you're playing well and you're going over, that's an interesting sign. They are 10-1 to the over so far this season for the Indiana Pacers. Yeah, Orlando is 3-8-1 to the under so far, but I will note that three of those three of their overs, two of them have come on the road. They're 2-4-1 to the over. So maybe the defense is a little more suspect on the road here. I would think there's only one way you look at this matchup, right, as high scoring. Whether or not it gets over or under, that's for us to determine. But this game is not going to be stuck down at 217 and leave us scratching our heads. Thomas has got Indiana. Mike's got the Pacers. You guys got the Pacers blowout. Banchero, I would say Banchero is starting to look a lot better right now. Look a lot better immediately. It almost seems like. Now I don't know what the issue was. Other than you got start of the season situation type of thing, maybe. Still a young player, not a great team, but a decent team right here, right now, with Orlando because of just the record that they have. I would say. So I did want to look real quick at this matchup because. Good matchup for Ben Mathurin for sure. But here's the thing about Orlando, and talk about their over-unders. And, yeah, I'm going over in this game. I don't know if they can do much about it because of the way this game will work out. We'll see. I'm giving the over as a premium because there really hasn't been – I like to see steam. We talked about it yesterday and how it's come through. The steam on the big games is getting there. And I haven't necessarily seen any widely reported steam yet to the over on this game. So I'm just tempering it here a little bit, but I do like the over here. But Orlando's defense is, I would say, the most underrated in the league. If you look at the dunks and three, if you subscribe, if you get the dunks and threes, you look at where their defense is. Yeah. Do they – oh, gosh. Is this a stick up? There we go. I'm not even messing with it. Okay. I need new computers. Uh, their defensive rating pretty decent considering the type of team that they have. In fact, I mean, if you look at the adjusted defense, I mean, they are uh, uh, pretty decent for what they can and will accomplish moving forward. Yeah, they have some liabilities too, but individually, I think they play good D and they will improve. I don't mind that. I don't necessarily mind that. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but I'm gonna take the over. Lazzy Love. Yeah, they're almost kind of they feel a little bit like a Minnesota, like learning here. Chad says, "Who do you got guarding Ben Caro?" I, what do you think? I think Obi Toppin, right? I mean, that's not advantage Ben Caro, right? What do you think? Big time advantage Ben Caro, big time, right? Both way, right? Look, Obi Toppin, you know, Pacers are doing well. He's playing well, but I think I don't want to bury Obi Toppin just yet, but he's not defending. He's not defending, and his production out of on this starting lineup. I think we know his role is not going to be, we know his role. We know his role, but I'm taking Bancaro in that matchup. Jalen Suggs looks like game time decision. Give me the over. All right, Nuggets and Cavaliers here. I just saw steam come rolling in just moments ago on the under here. They've slammed this one lower here to as low as 215.5 right now. And I don't know, seems like the right move. This is a great game. Real good matchup here. I think the Cavaliers, I've got them better than 6-6. I don't know about you folks. So I think they're going to be live here against the Nuggets. I'm going to take them plus the points. They're getting 3 points from Denver. Has Denver been awesome so far? Yeah, they've been pretty darn good. Are they going to win the title? Probably, maybe. Good chance. Good chance as any. But Cleveland, I think, a little bit underrated at this point. They are getting healthier. I think that's reflected in their recent results here, having won 2 straight, 3 of 4. The only loss was to the Mighty Kings in those 4 games. So Denver coming off a loss at New Orleans. We're still on the road here. We know Denver can have some issues on the road. What's their record on the road against the spread? 1-4. That's the same as Cleveland's record right now against the spread. But again, Cleveland's had the issues here a little bit with the start of the season, it feels like to me. So I think this is a start of something here for Cleveland to get this win probably in this one. And looks like Australia has just won the Cricket World Cup in convincing fashion by 3 wickets. Australia wins it here with an incredible performance for Australia. Getting it done here, defeating India. Breaking news right now, wins the ICC Cricket World Cup. It looks like they're starting to take. They only need 49 runs from 90. I think they'll get it. They only need 3.27. Man, they're going to get this one. That looks very convincing. So not official. I'm just saying. I haven't been able to keep up the run rate, but I didn't know that they had gone off there like that. Australia's gonna win this. All right, a few more games here coming up. And let's see, Cavs and under here for Ferner. Chad says he thinks that the pros are on Denver. Let's see how that goes with what Ramon says. Because, like I say on my Twitter, I know who the Sharps are on. That's supposed to be my area of expertise. Oh, I've got it 50-50 for the most part. But to me, um, Ramon's on Cleveland. All right, here we go. You guys started talking about it already because I was getting caught up in my cricket there. Kings and Mavericks, real good game, obviously, here. Another good one as we get into the NFL games will end. We have a nice ball game starting off here for Sunday Night Football. And the other one, that other one probably ending. So good matchup here with the Kings and the Mavericks. As I already had said, if I'm taking the Kings right now to win the NBA title. Not saying they're going to beat Denver, they're going to beat Boston, they're going to beat Philly, they're going to beat whoever you have up there right now. The Kings can run deep in the West. There's no reason they can't compete with any of these teams. It could be Kings and Denver right now. I think they look that good, and you'll have that 60-1 in your pocket to hedge. Whatever it is, it's probably even down now from when I said it last. Here, it seems like I'm giving out like one of the hottest futures right now. It feels like at this point with the Kings. Probably down to 50-1 or so. But I just think you'll have plenty of leverage moving forward with the Kings. You look at the teams that they could compete with here, right, in the West. I mean, in the division, Warriors, Lakers, Suns, Clippers, are the Kings up there with all those? Yes. Yeah, they can match up with any of those teams right now. The Clippers, sure. The Lakers, yes. The Warriors, of course. They already proved to give them in the war. Like I said, the Warriors need to, get a little bit going, right? We have some questions with the Warriors, right? And about all the other teams, yeah, Fox needs to stay healthy. Oh, Minnesota scored. Okay, thanks for updating me over there. 3-2 now, Toronto. Okay. And Londo, and we've been cashing the Thunder for a couple years, right? All right. Hey, let's make a pick, though, in this one with the Kings and the Mavericks. And, well, you see the total, 245.5. I'm not so I'm like a little bit torn on this one. I don't know if I have this one as a skyrocketing total necessarily here, but man, I think maybe this is where the Mavericks kind of get their comeuppance. Maybe the Kings can stun them here and get this win, show what they're made of. I'm taking the Kings here on the road to win this one against the Mavs. We got Fox in the lineup. He's looking absolutely terrific. This is where the Mavs, as improved as they've been, gosh, they've got to show a little bit of vulnerability. They can't be that far turned around that fast, right? Look, they still have a reverse chemistry guy, in my opinion. Okay, I'm satisfied that Mark Cuban in the end and his team will know knows what's best. Look, Kyrie Irving, all the goofy things he said, right? He's just trying to shake your mind a little bit. He went to Duke for a year. He's a smart guy. He's just one of those guys, right, that wants to piss you off. He wants to challenge your mind when I don't even want to talk to you. I don't care about what you want to talk about. Just go out there and play. And I'm not, everyone gets a platform. So I don't want to be the guy and get kicked off the and say, just go out there and play basketball. That's not that. But when you are the guy, that's not even about basketball players, right? That's like a friend next to you that wants to just talk a bunch of baloney. Anyways, this isn't a handicap. I've got the Kings with the better matchup here. I think Kevin Huerter is a game decision in this one, but look, Murray can help complement Fox and Sabonis in this one. Luka, he'll probably have a dominant game, of course, and I don't know if I can go 240. Is it still 245.5? In fact, the Kings are favored now, you guys, right? So we got to, joke's on me. Call it 1.5. I'll put it at 2. I'm even seeing a 2 right now. the total, probably about 245.5. I imagine it's going to be very close to that. This isn't one that I'm necessarily interested in as far as going over just yet, but give me the Kings tonight. I guess I have to lay 2 points, so it is a free play after all. All right, we got to roll. Oh my gosh, that 7:30 game in college basketball. I know you guys are going to want that. And I do have something for you on it. Maybe I could just cut this off. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, I've got to keep going with these. Gosh darn. We can finish it. Can we finish this? We've got to finish this. Whew. I'll just say it, even though I'll just say the college play that I have, and then we can continue on the NBA with the game Wyoming and Furman, right, you guys? Because they don't. I'm trying to do a video of pro basketball, so bad timing by me. I wasn't, because it's not really part of my preview, but I thought if I had some sharp action here and something that I was interested in, because I am interested in the side and the total in the college game. Let me just give it to you right now, or maybe get your input on it real quick, because the game's coming up in 5 minutes. It's being played in the Myrtle Beach Invitational in beautiful Conway, South Carolina. I hope to end up one day in Myrtle Beach. If we can't pick any winners, we aren't going to get there. Hey, Wyoming and Furman, I'm going to lay the points with Furman. I'm going to lay 6. I'm going to lay 6.5. Whatever we're laying, let me take a look. I'm laying it with Furman here this morning. It's 6.5 for the most part here. And hey, it's a free pick show, and I think I'm pretty good on free picks. So let's give out the over in a high scoring game. It's already 152.5 or so. I've got this one probably heading up into the mid 150s here with Wyoming and Furman. Early action starts in 5 minutes here with Wyoming and Furman. Both teams 3-1. So Paladins and Cowboys, a decent game to watch to complement our picks here. All right, let's get back to the NBA. They're not going to be happy about that, but game starts in 5 minutes, and I want to get the play, give some plays out. All right, this would be the Marcus Smart game, I guess, with the Celtics visiting Memphis tonight, and the Celtics, a big double-digit favorite here. Memphis off to a certain rugged start right now. You have Jaylen Brown questionable for tonight's game, so that's 23 points right there. That has to be a little bit of an issue, a groin injury. It's not tournament night or anything, so we'll mention real quick here, though, we just touched on that Magic Pacers game, and we gave out the over. If you were looking to roll with Ramon on that game, now is the time. That game is headed higher as we speak. It is getting lit up, 235, 235.5. Here it goes. We released it, and it's going up. Probably not because of me, but makes for good TV, makes for good YouTube. All right, here with the Celtics and the Grizzlies. Look, that's a lot of points, no matter any way you look at it, right? In this one, yeah, Boston's been dominant, no doubt. They're terrific, 11-2 record so far, but 2-3-2 on the road. Marcus Smart, you guys already maybe mentioned it in the chat. He's actually out with a sprained ankle, so that's also hurting their number here, I think, in this one, with one of their best players. Luke Kennard is out as well. Just feels like it will be a tough spot to lay 11 points on the road. And I'll just take a flyer. Can I do that? Take a flyer here in this one on the Memphis Grizzlies. And take 11 points. That's what I'll do. What do I got? 5 there? That's wrong. It's 11, you guys. There ain't 5. The total here in this one is 221.5. So I had the wrong line up there. I apologize. All right. I was just a little out of it, I guess. This is the correct line, and the play that I gave will be on the Grizzlies. Celtics will win, I'm sure, but and no Marcus Smart, that's too bad. But I'm willing to take the points here in this one. Like I said, that Jaylen Brown, we'll see. I don't know if he will play tonight, actually. I'm going to check one more report on him, the one that's sometimes a little more accurate, a little more advanced. But a sprained ankle, I believe. So, all right. Game time decision, could miss the matchup. Yeah, yeah. Grizzlies definitely a big time short-handed here in this one. Sam Hauser would be probably the starter for Boston. So could be a blowout. Just a matter of, I guess, how excited Boston wants to get. So confidence level low. Give me the double digits. All right, here's the Suns and the Jazz tonight in this one NBA action for Sunday here. And hey, a decent matchup. All of a sudden, the Suns, you got to say, healthy. They'll be the expected turnaround right now from the Phoenix Suns. Now, will it be a division turnaround? They're not doomed by any stretch right now. They're not in awful position. Considering their record and everybody else's. I see that hockey game now tied. Well, I lose a total, and there goes my side. But in this one with the Suns on the road, look, they're 4-2 against the spread on the road so far this season. Utah 4-2 against the spread at home. Now Utah's been a massive over so far this season with a 9-3 mark to the over thus far, and we're starting to see more and more pressure to the over here in this one. I mean, it feels like it should be an over. Feels like it could get to 240 points. Now, I would like to see a little bit more of the entire roster out there currently with the Suns before I just jump to conclusions that they're going to go out there and contribute to this number. But now that we know that Beal is going to be out for an extended period of time, it's not like we haven't seen what this team is up to. Watanabe looked good in that last game, but he's questionable here with a quad injury. So, all right. Anything for you guys in this one? Look like it with the Suns and the Jazz. So, all right. I would think I kind of favor the Jazz at home here, really, because look, things haven't been going that well for the Jazz, but they are 500 at home so far. Jerry says go over. That's kind of the direction that I want to go. I mean, obviously, it's a huge number. The reported steam came in on the under. Like I said, when the widely reported steam has come in on the over on these games that are 238 or above, I now have it at 11-1. But the reported steam came in on the under here. The total is moving slightly higher. I'm not going to discredit the stat because of that, but it doesn't fit into my criteria. So, Josh, you're right about that. But in some states, we are kind of actually looking. One of the key ballot measures just last week I saw in some of in a state was paid time off. So I think that same thing is. Anyway, let me take the Jazz in this one plus points tonight at home. I'm expecting improvement from the Jazz. Yeah, they're 4-8, but like I said, 4-2 at home against the spread. We're getting points here, And Suns not overwhelming. Yeah, maybe on the road they are okay, but they're still 4-5 as a favorite against the number. Thunder and Trailblazers here. Hey, if these aren't two of your favorite teams to get on right now, yeah, Portland has plenty of issues this season. Trying to put things back together, and they haven't necessarily got the numbers at home, but they're starting to cover a few numbers here and there that kind of is making me take more interest in them. Like I said, I think Portland's doing it right. Moving forward, I want to be on Portland more. Is OKC our favorite team to bet on? Sure, of course they are. Do we want them as a favorite? He may be in some roles. I don't know if this is the role for me. I want to be. I want to fade the Thunder. I know everybody loves the Thunder. I love the Thunder. They're 10-3 against the spread. They're 5-1 on the road against the spread. Really been terrific. And the Portland's 1-4 at home against the spread, but more so they've been involved in some games that the spread was not quite looking like this. And in a game where I don't know, I see the total going down here. Let me update this line because I thought I was leaning under. It's mostly 6.5, so I better give myself the toughest handicap possible if I'm going to take Portland. And the total's at 224.5. So shows I'm already on the move, of course. And I like Portland. And I lean under here. I'm not going to give it out yet, but I'll take Portland plus the points at home. Home dogs again. You guys, there are several of them. We got, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 home dogs today on this 9-game schedule. Could do worse than to just, look, if someone said, "Hey, I'm going to go bet sports today. I don't know what to do," and I wouldn't give them a long list. I would just go tell them bet all these home dogs in the NBA on Sunday. Not Brent though. He's got OKC and a blowout. DeAndre says, "Get to that hockey. Let's go." I mean, geez, we've got a great card today of 4 games. But I'm afraid I've got one more I've got to talk about here, my friend, with the Rockets and the Lakers in this one. And look, we know the Lakers, the fakers, whatever you want to call them, probably not the team you want to be backing as a favorite in any role, even against a young team like the Rockets. But look, the Rockets are awesome, right, so far. And they've been covering numbers. They've been winning games. They've been terrific. And the Lakers, everything's a struggle for the Lakers. Are they playing pretty hot right now? Yeah. But so are the Rockets. Yeah, they lost to the Clippers, and they didn't even get the number in that one, but it was only by 0.5 point. So why wouldn't the Rockets cover here against the Lakers tonight? I mean, I don't trust the Lakers to cover anything, really. Sure, they got the money in that last game. In fact, they've been getting the money left and right, right? Oh, the Rockets did get the money in that. It was 106-100. I'm sorry. I thought it was 108-100. Rockets got the money in the Clipper game, too. But we were oh, yeah, I actually lost. I said this is a spot for the Clippers. They lost by 0.5 point. That's right. So, if anything, I don't feel like that was totally wrong. Yeah, Perner, right? Well, remember, this is why we came here, because hockey, I mean, gosh, I couldn't have had another big day last night. So let's get to it. Let's just roll with the Rockets here on the road, take those points. If anything, look, I would think that this is a typical, you see, when this is one of those low totals, they go low. This was where probably it's going to be headed. I don't know yet if we're going to do it today, but I'll give out the Rockets now, maybe the under. Let's do it. Let's get to the hockey. This is what they came for. This is what they want. We got to finish this show. I want to get rolling here on some exciting breakfast for NFL Sunday. I'm gonna cook it up. When you start feeling better, you're ready to chow down. Okay, here we go. 4-game card. Like I said, we know the other game underway here. 3-all tie with 5.5 minutes to go in the Sweden game. All right, we lost. All right, we might lose a Sweden game. Columbus here going up against Philly. Let me know if I have these goalies right for you guys. All right. Blue Jackets and Flyers. We're always looking to maybe make a move here against the Flyers every time, no matter how good they are and how bad the other team is. Columbus isn't, well, they are bad, but they're 7-1 on the puck line on the road. What's the price? Because why wouldn't you take the puck line here? Yeah, the Phillies covered some puck lines at home, but they're just 1-2 as a puck line favorite. And we got to be getting a pretty decent price here in this one, right? +1. Oh, gosh. Their books are on to us there a little bit at minus $1.75, huh? Well, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I don't favor Philly ever. Maybe that's an okay price to take Philly in this one. I wouldn't blame you. And I'm going to lay $1.75. This one's on the same time as the afternoon football games. So I'll just, take the Blue Jack. It's going to be 4-3. I'm sure of it. So why not take the over here as well? It'll be 4-3 Flyers. Exact score line. Brent Cook special. Exact score line. Flyers 4, Blue Jackets 3. All right, what do you guys have in that one? Salty says, "Watch out for the Flyers." See, Salty, I'm a guy that when I see the Flyers go good, I don't want them, and when I see them sucking, I'm probably going to take them. Yeah, I do have a little bit of college ball doubles. I like the card. I think it's a great complimentary card today with 51 games. DeAndre Dean, hello. Nice to have you here. Pleasure. No other picks on this game. I'm moving on. But I gave out the Blue Jackets plus the goal and a half minus $1.80 or so. I don't try to do that too often, but if anything, I guess Flyers at the price is a little bit cheaper, isn't it? To lay $1.55 if I'm going exact score line. But I always think the Flyers will end up possibly the worst chance of the Flyers. It might be 3-3 also, and end up with a more random result in overtime or a shootout. So I definitely think it's a game that goes just like this one we're watching here, 3-3. All right, Vegas and Pittsburgh. I'm trying to look at the goalies, see if there's any changes from what I have listed here. But maybe it'll be maybe Hellberg, huh? Okay. Could be Hellberg in net in this one. And, well, I'm still going to play the spot, even if it's Hellberg in here. At this price, I don't know if I'm going to be able to not play Vegas, even against Pittsburgh. I'm probably going to look to take Vegas in this one at $1.20 or so. Showing Magnus Hellberg, unconfirmed. Hill is confirmed in goal here. Australia has got this one in the bag. They only need 11 runs. And there you go. They've got this one. They're about to win it. Strong performance. Australia. This will go down as a blowout. Okay. With the Golden Knights here against Pittsburgh. Maybe Golden Knights for me in this one on the road. They are 13-3 overall, of course. Pittsburgh just 3-5 at home. I will mention Pittsburgh is 3-2 as a puck line dog, but they're laying a massive price here to get that goal and a half. And I'll just take Vegas to win on the road, $1.20. And What is that total? Is 6.5 juice to the over, or it looks like it's juice to the under here a little bit. I would think even with Hellberg, to me, I don't want to give it. I might have a premium on this, but under is the way to go. I would think. I'll whisper it because I might use it. I might still play it. But here's the Sabres and the Blackhawks today. Sabres on the road, big favorite here against the Blackhawks. And I don't know. Look, Buffalo, they're doing okay, but Blackhawks have just almost a similar record to the Sabres right now, don't they? I mean, Buffalo with 7 wins, 9 losses. Okay, Blackhawks 5 wins, 10 losses. I'll give you a little bit on that, but might be willing to trust the Blackhawks a little more at home. They've only won 1 game at home. They've been really playing so many road games, but Buffalo 3-4 on the road. I will mention Buffalo 7-1 on the road on the puck line, but just 2-3 on the road as a puck line favorite. Meanwhile, Chicago's been a puck line underdog in every game this season, so they'll hang in there in this one. And I'll take Chicago on the puck line here, plus a goal and a half at minus $1.60. Not a big, they're still making it pay a little bit of a price here in this one. But look, Bedard, this is probably a good option here to kind of get maybe going and maybe Bedard gets his goal props going a little bit here. I don't know. 6.5. Is it really? 6.5 over 30? Over 25. Take that back. I don't like the total. Just give me the Blackhawks here. They'll win it, but it could end up 3-2 empty netter 4-2 Blackhawks, or Sabres win, but and that might keep it under. I'm not sure. Let me just take the Blackhawks puck line. Nothing on the total for me. Zhen Sheng Zhao, hello. Hey, we just previewed the NBA. If you just back up a little bit. All right, let's go now to one more game here with the Blues and the Ducks. Hey, all right, the Blues look pretty bad. Yeah, I tried to go with them. That was a bad call. And would we ever consider doing it tonight? Probably not. I'd probably go with the Ducks here after I saw what happened in that one, right? But maybe more so for me looking at the total in this one. And man, 6.5 at is it mumble? Okay, 6.5 under 20. Let me at least update the line here because maybe that's the direction that I would go in this one on the total with the Blues and the Ducks. Yeah, it looks like is Hofer in there. Joel Hofer looks like unconfirmed against Gibson here tonight in this one. Look, the Blues. Remember last year when they were big time? Well, right now they're 1-7 to the under on the road. They're 4-12 to the under overall. 2-10 to the under as an underdog. Anaheim's 3-6 to the under at home. Let's go under in this game. Blues and Ducks at 6.5. Blues might be getting a little bit fatigued. They played obviously against the Kings last night and got beat 5-1, 6-1, whatever it was. Blues might be tired, and I'll take the under in this one. All right, a little bit of college basketball is coming up here. I think we'll do okay in these. I like these. And we'll just whip through them real quick, get off the show here. So I could watch the interviews from the cricket here, Matt. Or was it Matt that said something? Doubles. They're about to win it. Doubles. Australia just got a 4, and they're just a few points away from winning the World Championship. They could win it right now with a 4. Okay, college basketball now. I got a few games lined up for you. I think I got them in chronological order. We'll work on that. With the tournaments, I get a little bit. I think I miss it a little bit. And maybe we'll start. Hey, let's start with that one game. There's a game at top of the hour, and I think I can get a pick off here with you guys on that one too. And yeah, we're a little off schedule there in my Furman pick, so better pick a good one here with Oakland and Drake. All right. Oakland and Drake, another decent matchup as far as the two teams are concerned, right? Because you got Drake 2-0, and Oakland's just 1-2, but we'll give them a little bit of credit here in this one because I'm gonna try to take Oakland here plus the points against Drake. You look at where it is now; it's gone up to 8.5 or 9. Oh no, I would say if anything, it's kind of fiddling around there at 8.5, and I'm going to take the Oakland Golden Grizzlies in this one. And let's see, I also have a play on the total here. I'm going over 143, I think it is. 142 right now over in the game with Oakland and Drake. So double whammy there, double play. And let's get right to the games because my first game right now has a Steam play coming out right this second. If you take a look, you'll see that this game that I'm going to make a pick on here right now, Miami of Florida. Oh, where are the lines? Bad job, Ramon. The lines never got typed in. So just another sign here of Ramon was having a situation last night and he needed to hit the hay. So let me get to the current line here in this one. It is Miami 3 and the total 152.5 at the low. This one is being slammed to the under right now. Big time. If you like the under in this game, I'd be heading right on over right now and hitting it because that's what we're seeing currently. And boy, it was as high as 157. I have a big giant arrow pointing on the under. So I guess I'm not going to go premium in this one, with this one being slammed here as low as 152. But this looks probably as solid as it gets, actually. I like the under in this game with Miami and Kansas State. I also think Kansas State hangs in here in this one. They were getting as many as 4, I think, but I think Kansas State might be able to win. This game's being played in the Bahamas. I'll take Kansas State and the under here. We got a lot of games. We got NFL. Let me give out my opinion on the side and total. It's just my opinion of my picks, my free picks right here. Doubles is against me here. He's got Miami all day in this one. I'm going to respect the opinion there. I'm just coming in with a close game here, Mike. Nice to have you as always. Great job. All right, I'm going to have to keep putting these lines in as I go along here. Obviously, I did not do the job. Incomplete job here. St. Mary's versus Xavier in this one. This is tournament action from Las Vegas tonight, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Looks like we got St. Mary's favored in this one by 4.5. Oh wow, St. Mary's -6 at some spots right now. I'm showing 4.5 at the book over here just down the street, about 10 minutes away, but I'm showing -6 at the squarest offshore book in the world. That kind of is spelled like Nevada, but it's pronounced like people say Nevada wrong when they say Nevada. And it was kind of a combination. If you combine a Bodog and a Nevada, what you get is that book. I wonder if that's what they did. All right, St. Mary's here now -6 against Xavier tonight in this one. Out west in Vegas. So let me take a look here. In this one, where I know where I'm headed here on this game, I've got the under for sure. I'm going to go double play here. I have under 135.5. Maybe it's 136. Maybe it's 135.5. And I do like Xavier here, plus those points. Let me just peek at the injury report, though, actually, because that move did startle me. I was already on Xavier here if it was 4.5, 5. So I do want to peek at this. So make sure that's not an injury related anything here for Xavier. And no, the injuries that are on Xavier are ones that we were already familiar. I mean, they are significant injuries, but injuries that we've known about for Xavier right now. Good program. They're going to miss those guys, but we will take Xavier tonight and the under. 2 more plays in college basketball. And the reason I give this, I mean, yeah, do I give out a lot of plays? Yeah. But I'm just going with my market read, give you a feel what you want to do. You might have an opinion. And like I say to my poker playing friends, when the chips are down and you don't know what to do and you're trying to make that final decision on what to do, this is a fact right there, Mike. You don't know what to do. And this goes for anything in life. When you're making sports picks, I'm talking to all of you, all the morning steam team in the chat, all my friends, family, neighbors watching on Facebook. When faced with the ultimate decision, what to do, your game is on the line, your life is on the line, your success is on the line. What will you do? Just do what you think Ramon would do. Do what you think, Ramon. It doesn't matter what I do. Just think what I would do, and you'll be right. Final. Mississippi and Northwestern. Well, no wonder I couldn't get into Northwestern. All right, here we go. Mississippi and Northwestern in this one. Yeah, I'm a little out of order with the times, I'm afraid. This one goes off at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Got a closely rated team here with it's Mississippi State, by the way. Boy, Ramon was really... I must be getting big time talking about myself in the third person so much. I am, after all, on the 40,000 subscriber juggernaut Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Make sure we're trying to get Tony to 40,000 today. Maybe he was I think 4 subscribers away when we came on the air. So if anybody refreshes it and it says at the bottom, let me know if it says subscribers 40,000, and we'll do the celebration. Mississippi State -4, and the total here 128. All right. And this one being played in Connecticut as part of the Hall of Fame tip-off. Of course, let's see what we got here. Get the play ready. All right, here we go. And in this one, for me, I can only look to my Wildcats here. I'm going to take Northwestern plus 4 points. Look, I see this move going under. I'm probably buying into that. I don't know if I can get there with a premium. I don't even know if I can get there with a double play here like I've been doing on all the other games. That's so, if anything, boy, Ramon, he just says whatever. He just I don't know. I'm not going to go with the pick on the total in this one. I'm just going to go with my Northwestern Wildcats. The move is on the Wildcats. The move's on the under, no doubt about it. But I'm not ready to make the call on the total in this one, so let me just show you a little discipline anyway. Give me the Wildcats here, +8. And all right, Leafs win. Leafs win 4-3. Okay, well I went 1-1. Oh, Furman. Oh, Paladins. System play. Oh wow, Mike. What, can one person subscribe on here that is not um, uh, not so I can? I'll just do it anyways. Yay, Tony! Sure, it'll happen by the time he gets on the air live next tomorrow at. I think he's got a new show that comes on early afternoon, uh, called Predictive Modeling, which is a great NBA style of NBA show talking money lines a little bit and underdogs and totals. All right, I got one more for you here. I'm going to look at LSU and Wake Forest. This one's 3 Eastern and noon Pacific time. I know there's some other good games. My Aztecs are playing Washington tonight, and saw another good game coming up here just a little bit with Providence and Georgia. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to get to Connecticut's 3-0, Indiana's 3-0. That one's coming up. I just didn't have a pick, so some of them were. Let's preview it. Let's not. I am trying to force a little bit discipline here on the show. All right, LSU here. This will be our last game. Then we'll get on out of here. Thanks everybody for joining me. Morning Steam. Oh, we got one more game I got to tell you about, but LSU, and this is 7-13, 7-14. My pick in this game. Just check one more thing here on the line moves. I think I know where I'm going with LSU here at what did I call it? A pick. LSU is currently favored in this game by 1 and the total 150. And I'll take LSU, so I'll put another half a point on there just to make life interesting. And let's see if I can give the total out here. I think I can actually. So, all right. I'm going to go with LSU, and I'm going to go with the under in this one. I'll give it out right now. I like the under with Wake Forest and LSU at 150 today. Appreciate you guys very, very much. I'm going to get a move on here. Oh, gosh. Okay, let me see. I know you guys. Okay, one with American. Okay, Juan, you got me. I gotta find them here. 579, 580. And then I have my numbers here written down. So this one's a little more off the cuff. Just understand that, but I would never just if I have it, I have it. If I don't, I'll just make it up. Final. But great to consider this game with. I think a lot of people are interested in Georgetown too because of Coach Cooley. We all love Coach Cooley, and for me, all right, yeah. In this one, look, the Sharps are going to be on Georgetown. It looks, I don't know here necessarily. But for me, how about under? I'm under in this game. If it is at 140-ish, 142-ish. No side. You might have wanted a side. I can't do a side. Not sure. Not sure I'm down with the side yet. If anything, I'm leaning American. I'm leaning American here. I wish they were getting 10. I don't think they are. Oh, they're getting 9.5, 9 or 9.5. So I would think I'll say American. I'll give you both. You asked for the opinion on the thing. I will take American +9 and under 141.5. You were nice enough to ask, Juan, and I do appreciate you for coming. He also says Cincinnati. Is that Cincinnati uh, college basketball? My friend, let me know, or we're going to bail on out of here. I'm looking at the games. I'm unfortunately just having to look up and down, and if I don't find it real quick, here we go. I got it, my friend. 661, 662. Because the more I don't have it, we lose the viewers. And we got to go. 661, 662, though. This sounds good to me. This sounds like a good game, obviously, with the Norse going up against your Bearcats. And whoa, man. Okay, I'm laying the points here. I'm laying it with Cincinnati for sure. I know we're laying a big number here. That's the way I'm going to go. Starting to lean to the under. I'm not sure I can get there yet. There's pretty good steam on the over that has me worried. If I play it, I'd need to look into it a little more, but I can roll with Cincinnati here. I will roll with a favorite. It is down to 12 or 12.5. This is value up down from a line of about 14.5. All right. I will tell you right now as we wrap up the show, one more game I want to look at, but also I want to talk about a move here that came in. I talked about earlier the Seahawks and the Rams game, and I'd given out the gave out the under on that game with the Seahawks and the Rams, and I want to report to you right now that total is on the move lower. It looks like right now this game is being hit. I show it down to 45.5. Might even get to 45 here in this game at some spots. Circa, always ahead of the market. They're down to 45.5 here in this one. So also one more game that was on the move right now. Looks like the Cowboys total at this point also appears to be moving right now. So let's get off the air. I'll let you guys go and get that. But look, that was interesting, right? We gave out the Panthers in that game. The total, though, is moving in that Cowboys game. All right, one more game. Look, I know that people think this is going to be a defensive game. I don't have it that way. I have the Grey Cup as going over tonight. It is up to 47.5. So I typed this in a couple days ago when that line was out. And look, it opened as low as, that was the lowest opener. So I don't know if anybody could have, but I like it over. I know a lot of handicappers I kind of follow. I've been talking about the under in this game, but the steam came in here on the over, and I like it over, quite frankly. The steam also came in. Oh, why do I have Toronto up there? Sorry about that, you guys. That ruined the whole bit. We know the Blue Bombers are in the final, of course. That'd be amazing if that'd be amazing if Toronto, because that would be the Eastern. That was last week. So I just typed in over the what, but okay. So for me, I like Montreal. I mean, Winnipeg's great. I get all that. They've been absolutely terrific, but Montreal, this has been a great run for them right now. I think getting 8 points here should be enough for Montreal, and I think it'll be a great game. I think Montreal has enough here to stay in the Grey Cup. This is the championship of Canadian football, and you'll be able to see it. It's on the big network here, the big ESPN2, if I'm not mistaken. So check it out. If you've never seen it, it should be great. I think the weather's fine from what I understand. I mean, it's not going to be 50 degrees, but it's going to be a nice time out there with this one. I might even maybe I can even look at a few prop players here if you're interested in this game. Mostly favors going under on some of these Montreal players because Winnipeg's got that great defense. But again, I give Montreal a big chance here. So maybe I won't jinx myself. Let's just take Montreal and the over tonight. I got Montreal staying in there. Look, you got, you know, two good, you got Cody Fajardo. I mean, Cody Fajardo, if you remember, he's a quarterback of Montreal. And look, uh, he was pretty good in his days back in college. He's an old Mountain West guy uh, from Nevada. And Zach Collaros, remember, he was from Cincinnati. So, got a couple good quarterbacks here, certainly. And I'll take Montreal. All right. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, you guys. Uh, thanks, everybody. All right, that's it for the morning steam. We had everything on this show. We had Formula One. We didn't even have soccer. Where's Fernando? Where's Gerardo? We didn't even talk international soccer today. And, we've got some matches going on. Euro qualification looks like the feature today. And also, yeah, I think that's kind of the featured attraction. So, all right, that's it. I'm out of here. Thanks. Catch you tomorrow morning steam, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Catch me in the Discord. More plays in there later as well. Good luck with your picks. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.